Last time on Let's Play Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. So jumping off from this platform here, we want to jump upwards over to here, switch to the Dark Beam, open this portal, and go to Dark Aether. We can hear something. That is one big wrench there. Straight around the back of it. Try to make sure you can get this. You try to make sure the grapple beam onto here so that it will stay in place. Then you can go around the back of it and then hit it in the back with a super missile. We might actually die to this boss. I was just saying it wasn't as hard as the previous ones. Keep stunning it to prevent it from using the grapple beam, and then get around the back of it. Oh, you can actually hit the hit in the eye there. That can do damage. I never knew that. They're right towards the end. It kind of reminds me of the meta Ridley fight in Prime 1, where you did most of his health in the first phase, but then after that it was a slow burn to get the rest of the health down. We're actually going to die to this thing, aren't we? I still have a bit of health left! Come on! 65 health left! Wow! Never mind, this is proving a very difficult fight. It shouldn't be that difficult, but it is somehow. And yes! Finally! The Grapple Guardian has been defeated! Hello, and welcome back to Let's Play Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. In this episode, now that we've obtained the grapple beam, we're going to be going round Torvus Bog, collecting all the missing power-ups that we couldn't quite get before, or we missed out on before taking on the Dark Torvus Temple. And speaking of that, we are still missing one key for that particular temple, which we haven't even got on the map yet. We haven't even fully explored Dark Torvus yet, so before we go out, the first place I want to go is in Dark Torvus itself, in this area in particular, because we might as well. So I want to go down to here. To note, when you go down into this point, there are grapple slots now. You can use the grapple beam, or you can drastically fall to the very bottom of the chasm and get ambushed by Hunter Ing and lose your nunchuck altogether. Put the crystal and turn that into something. Well, this was not quite what I had in mind, but I show you the path forward is a lot further up than here. Come on, I don't want to have to fight you all day. I've got the power-ups to collect. There we go, that's better. Right, let's make a beeline to escape. And go back down this way. So yeah, we want to head towards the light. And you can see here we have grapple points either side, which makes getting to any point very easy. When you're on the grapple beam, make sure that you let go of the grapple button when you're on momentum. So we want to go this way, and the reason is that this is our main way back. We have no way to access the portal we originally came through to get into this when we were going to fight the Grapple Guardian, so we have to take an alternate route. And in fact, that portal that we took to get there is pretty much a dead end at this point, and you'll soon see why. I will show you later on if I can actually find my way. What? Oh, come on, ambushed, blindsided by tentacles. This is like some Pornhub or something. I'll make our way through here and then we need another shot from the light beam. We just went the same way we came in. Crap. Right. Let's go the proper way this time. It's not hard. I really don't know what happened here, but it looks like... here we go. This is the way. Got turned around completely the opposite direction. So yeah, we're back in the laser room. What I want to do is go over this way, completely miss the platform, then jump on where I was actually aiming for, and jump through here, and going through here, because in this room I completely forgot about this upgrade that was in this room here. So in this base here, I can barely hear the power-up noise, but there's a missile expansion right there, cunningly hidden among this maze. I will go this way anyway, just in case you're wondering what happens if you try and go through this way. And you're going to be a bit disappointed, because opening this door right here... Yep! We're completely blocked off from progress through here after beating the Grapple Guardian. So we have no choice but to go back this way and enter the portal. So I will jump cuts and see you guys at the next power up as we go. We're going to go back into the light world to collect this power up. Oh yeah, now that we have the grapple beam, we can actually take a much quicker route through this by swinging along here. Unfortunately, you're still going to hit a dead end at the other end, so there's still not much we can do about that. But for future reference, having the grapple beam around does make it much easier to travel. I think this is the tunnel we need to be in, if not... Okay, no, this is not. I'll see you in the actual tunnel we need to be in. Oh yeah, as you're coming into this room, we were supposed to trigger this event after beating the Alpha Blog, but we have a new enemy to scan. These are Dark Vlogs. So basically, Pornhub but in blog form. Darkly possessed aquatic predator. Symbiote unable to harness creatures' sonic blasts. Relies on close combat attacks in battle. Target weak spot in mouth to do damage. Dark Vlogs somehow lose their sonic blast ability. Something about their minds makes them difficult for Darklings to fully control. They rely solely on the deadly maws for attack. In most cases, they are more than adequate. Target the weak spot inside its mouth to defeat the Dark Vlog with ease. So yeah, we're going to fight some Dark Vlogs. We might as well. Unfortunately, we're very low on light beam arrows, so our most effective weapon against these guys is not available. As I said, they do take more damage from being dark. And they closed way too early. I only have 8 missiles left, dang it. And I cannot keep the Wii Remote straight enough to keep the nunchuck in. The nunchuck couch is going to be firing all cylinders. Come on. Ah. I really thought I was at the frying pan with having to beat the Alpha Blog, but apparently not. Come on. Not like we need to even use this anymore because the gravity boost just lets us jump right over it. So yeah, upgrades. For some reason I was getting this room confused with another, but this is in fact the room we need to be in to be able to obtain a particular power up. Because you can jump into this bomb slot up here. You trigger this. This will let the streams go. So now we can live stream. No, I mean we can start thinking about bomb jumps here, but these are more specific. If we do it like this. Do you see that over there? That's what we're aiming for. There's a very specific timing in the jet streams compared to normal bomb jumps. This is an upgrade I specifically remember how to get, but if we do it like that, that'll change the direction of the stream, but we need to do it very quickly. If not, we have to start all over again, but we can try the energy tank. Thank goodness. Much needed energy boost. And we don't really need to go back the other way, so we've obtained the power we needed. And we're pretty much done with the hydrodynamo station area, so I'm going to return back to the hydrodynamo station itself and leave the area to go and progress. We're going back to the main surface of Torvus Bog. We are done in this area, for now anyway. Goodbye to the awesome Red Brinstar mix, as we return to an area which still has awesome music all the same. So we have a few power-ups we need to collect in Torvus Bog, and now with the grapple beam we have access to stuff we couldn't quite get to before. But our main destination will be to go to Dark Torvus Bog and explore that area. Before we do any of that though, I got so sidetracked way earlier when I was talking about FPS controls, I completely missed the fact that there is a power-up we missed out on in this area right here. We turn back around, turn into a morph ball and roll underneath the platform. There's a missile expansion right here. That is all we need to collect here. I'll just go back to the main path because there's a lot more stuff we can get, and let's see. Okay, we are about 2 or 3 missile expansions away from having half the missile expansions in the entire game, so very good, encouraging progress. The next power we want to get is very close by, or it would be if it weren't for the stupid Pirate Commandos. Cannot see where I'm going at all with these things. I'm down to just 3 ammo anyway. Right, those have been dealt with. I want to head this way, so not the other way as I was saying earlier, because I remember there's a power in this room we can get right here. Remember there's a grapple point right here, so we can actually use this now. That will allow us to swing over to this platform, and what do you know? There's another missile expansion. I count 23 so far. And the next power-up is not too far away either. We have no excuse to run out of missiles when there's so many. Go away! Every single room! I'm just going to wait out. No point. If they're just going to go away and it's so hard to take out and our current equipment, then what's the point of even finding these things? It's just a general nuisance. Finding that they're gone, I really think we're starting to need something to keep track of these guys, because they're just appearing and disappearing at will, and we just cannot keep up with them. Right, let's go to the kinetic orb cannon to get to the area we need to go, because there's another power we can access in this area only with the grapple beam. You may remember I was talking about this missile expansion earlier, and for good reason. What we want to do first though is get into this passageway here, if it will arrive on time, and I can actually aim in properly. Good, we're in. Now, stick to the wall, but also try and boost to avoid the plants. Come on. Now on this platform here, turn around. We're going to get to this earlier, let's kill the plant while we're at it. But now with the grapple beam, we can finally swing over and pick up this missile expansion. That is 24 missile expansions in total, so we are pretty much about halfway through the missile expansions we can get in the game. Not exactly, because there's 49 missile expansions you can pick up. If you include the missiles you get at the start of the game, then yes, technically we have half of all the missiles we can obtain in this game. Right, so now we picked up a few stray power-ups. I say it's about time we go and explore new areas in Dark Aether. We're going to explore more of the upper area of Torvus Temple in the Dark World. Our gateway is the room where we first turn the bridge. I'm going to wait here for a bit because we have taken a fair bit of damage from the fights against the Dark Pirate Commandos. I want to heal back up. You never know, they might spawn in this room. I honestly don't remember, but... Right, we're back at full health, and our insanely low light beam arrow is really starting to bother me, so I'm going to hop over this way. Go away, you stupid things! I've got some light beam ammo, but not a lot. And the doors are locked so we can actually progress until these things have got out of the way. Ag! Right, we've got a good supply of it, so now I'm going to switch over to the light beam now. And actually try and shoot at these things. Just one nuisance after another. Oh, saw that one coming too. Maybe the light beam will help, but I don't think it will too much. Oh, come on! Ambush fight there! It's just... I hate these guys! They're the most annoying enemies in the entire game! I know I'm repeating myself at this point, but... This... Who feels a good idea to have an enemy that's really difficult to engage in combat and you have to wait in the room while they're there in order to do so? It's just... I know they're trying to go, maybe imitate the Chozo Ghosts in Metroid Prime, but they went too far. These are even more annoying than the Chozo Ghosts were, and that is saying something. Anyway, we've had this door. We could have gone into this a long time ago, but I've decided to wait until now because we didn't really need to come this way until after we collected the grapple beam. But we can now unlock this room and go into the passageway where the plants were in the light world. In the dark world, it's a bit different. There's a platform here. We have a lift vine crystal, energized by light-based weapons. Darkling platform will grow in height when crystal is energized by light-based weaponry. The Luminoth use these to navigate during their campaigns on Dark Aether. They ignore the simple part, and it's just a source of nourishment or a weapon. Typically. So we need to use the light beam on these because the crystal is dark. That will create a platform for us to progress. And if we scan, oh no, okay, well it's gone back down again. So yeah, that's pretty much like in the light world. We want to go through here, and a bunch of dark which needs to get out of the way. Wait for the debris to clear. And collect some more light arrow in the process. So, going into this room, and there it is! Our final temple key! At long last! Since this is the dark world, we can actually go through this tunnel here. And that's a hint for later on because there is that tunnel exists in the light world, but it's kind of blocked off. You might want to remember it's there. So, we've finally found our final temple key, so let's go and collect it. And with that, we can now go into the Dark Torvus Temple, but there's some things, new form of things I want to collect first. I believe the Hunter Ring has spawned here, hasn't it? It has. Get our light beam out. And aim at this point here to try and get it coming to here. Come on! You know you want to eat me, right? Come in here! Come on! Come on! Come on! I'm right here! Finding way out to waste valuable light beam ammo. Wait, hang on. Oh, that didn't quite work, but because the ink got in the way. There we go, it's dead. Finally. So yeah, that passageway is blocked off in the Dark Worlds. But we don't want to enter the temple just yet because there's one more upgrade I want to get. It's a very important upgrade. I just accidentally landed in the Death Water, dang it. Yeah, it's Death Water. I'm sorry, my correction. 2 more powerups we need to collect. If we go this way... Oh hey, there's this room looks kind of familiar, doesn't it? I guess we have to the... Oh wait! There's the Dark World, not the Light Worlds. We can do something about this. If we go into here... We have a passageway into this section here. And we can try and refill on some light ammo while we're at it. And there's Death Water around the place. Of course there is. So we've got some light ammo, so let's open this portal and go into the Light Worlds. But only temporarily, because we can now finally obtain this missile expansion that's been haunting us all this time. That is 25 missile expansions, that's definitely more than half of them now. You can grant us 130 missiles as we go back into the Dark Worlds. So now that we're back in the Dark World, we can exit by the way we came in, which is through this lift here. And be protected by the field of light. So back out this way, we can go into the main Torvus Bog Plaza, but in the Dark Worlds. And there's another hunter ring in here. Also be careful when you're around here because there is actually an invisible enemy, but I would try to avoid doing it at this stage. In fact, it's related to a much later later quest in the game itself. For now though, we can go into this door here, and I should try and take out the hunter ring first. That was easy. So we've got a secret missile door here. Go through this door, and behind it is a beam ammo expansion. Excellent. Maximum dark and light beam ammo capacity increased by 50. Very handy when we're just about to face a temple boss battle. The extra ammo will come in use, I'm sure of it. So that's pretty much the last power up I wanted to collect before we take on the temple boss. So before we end the episode, I want to show you somewhere you can go, which will be very valuable knowledge. We go back through this route. It's a very quick route, so I'll just speed through it. Open this door with a dark portal. Now huntering. What I want to do is head over to this thing here, because behind this door is a save station. And this is a very handy save station because it's right outside the temple. In the next episode of Let's Play Metroid Prime 2 Echoes, we're going to be taking on whatever awaits us in the Torvus Bog Temple. See you guys next time.